I'm a dad of 7. After 33 years outside, I decided to bring the family back home. Because when you are coming from outside, the containers, you pay custom at the port and stuff. I put all that in my head.
Having the thought that if something happened right now and I called the ambulance, it might not be here as fast as it will be in the West. Mm-hmm. How are you dealing with that? In your opinion, what sort of mindset does one need to have to be able to get the dream that you are living?
In my opinion, relocating to Ghana or Africa from the West without any savings or high-paying job can be very challenging. A little more challenging when done as a family with kids. In this video, I speak to a wonderful couple who's managed to relocate to Ghana as a family of 8 with limited savings, if any, with no regular job. How have they managed to do it? We find out.
I always say that you can build a dream house here, but if you don't have the dream income to support it, you can't live here.
This is just a conversation, but you don't want to miss this one.
My name is Mickey. Keep watching.
Yes, my name is Douglas Nimo, and I'm a dad of 7. 1989, I moved from Ghana to Germany. Stayed in Germany for 19 years. And came to UK, spent 14 years in the UK. Germany, I met my wife. We had 5 kids in Germany, came to UK, and then we had 2 girls. And now, after 33 years outside, I decided to bring the family back home. So here we are.
And a wonderful wife. Please, what's your name?
My name is Ella.
Ella.
Mandela. Yeah, I just followed my husband to Ghana, and I wanted a change as well. To see change of life and everything, especially after the pandemic. You know, you have a lot of time to think. What about the future and everything? I mean, we are in an age, like middle age, 50s. You know, you have to think into the future where you want to spend the rest of your life, basically. And then we actually tried to find a property in the UK. It didn't work out, and I said, you know what? There's a property in Ghana. Let's just go and then see how it goes. And then we are here now. Didn't regret it. It's an adoption, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a different lifestyle. But I wouldn't go back to UK.
My question is, 8 people. Normally, when you are doing it yourself, it's easy. If it's with your wife, it gets a little bit harder because their mindsets might be somewhere else, their future might be somewhere else, especially interracial marriage. How have you managed to get yourself, your wife, and 6 other, teenagers, I would say teenagers up to their 20s? How did you manage that?
That's a good question. I think that's the question that a lot of people want to hear. And even the comment section. So I think the whole thing starts with the family bond, how the family structure is. And back in I think 2006, my last work, we were in Germany, and I used to work for an IT company, utility company. I used to do CRM consulting, SAP, for that company. So the contract was supposed to be extended, and then after that it was not extended. But at the company, I met one of my colleagues was into web design, and he was doing the CRM thing with me. We had our own office, and we used to talk a lot and stuff. We used to share ideas. So he got me to web design, and I started researching into web design. I started web programming, and 2006 I told wifey that I don't want to work for anyone again. To my family, I don't want to work for anyone again. And she was very, very supportive. Remember when I told you I want to focus on internet thing? And she was very supportive. And then I started, researching, learning, like self-education. And I did some work, some course at the uni to PHP and my SQL, all this database programming and stuff. And then I got into the web, started developing websites. So at the time we had our own website agency and stuff. But the point was, because I started working from home, my plan was build a business, a lifestyle business that puts the family at the core. That was my thinking, not the other way around. Because I could have had jobs, but then you have to, for example, consulting. Sometimes you have to be with the clients. It doesn't matter where they are. You have to be there. And the weekends you come home. I remember one time when I had a job offer from Apple because we speak German. They were looking for a German guy for that role, and I got an email from them. And later we started talking on the phone and the interview and stuff. That was the time we were in Luton. And I had to go to, the job was to go to Ireland. But then come on home during the weekends. At that time, I mean, you have a big family. And it's not easy, leaving everything to the wife to manage it. And, it's not something about the money. The family unit is extremely important. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people, that's why we started this channel, to show some of these things. So moving here, because of the bond, because of the sacrifice I made earlier, because I've been at home. So since 2006, when David was born, I have been at home working like a stay-at-home dad. And it's so because of the internet, I've been working from home all the time. So they'll go to school, I'm there. They come back, I'm there. So that bond has been there but we do everything together. We do, even I go to a place, and I don't like to enjoy it my own. No, if they were here. In the UK, we go to the parks together. So we've been doing stuff together. When the COVID came, 8 of us were at home. We didn't even feel it because we were a lot, and we would do the barbecue and the back. Yeah, so we've been doing things together. Weekends we'll be in the kitchen together, listening to music, having fun, and then watching videos. Put my iPad and watch Ghana videos, and that was one of the things. We watch Ghana videos together, from Wudimaya, from Stella. The thing is, we are from Ghana, but we didn't know Ghana. A lot of Ghanaians don't know Ghana. We don't know Ghana. And YouTube did a great job. Look at the travel blogs, Qatar, Gomoa Fete. So all these things are in Ghana, and we are here. Stuck, and we plan to move to Blackpool because they have beaches and stuff.
Yeah.
I said,
you have it at home.
I said, we have all this thing at home. I mean, that was for me the turning point.
Yeah.
I said, we want to move to Blackpool.
Yeah, that's where we wanted to go.
We want to go because they have the beach and you can. But then look at what we have there. Most of the time, you know only Labadi Beach. Mm-hmm. But YouTube brought up different results. When Udimaya did Royal Senchi, I was like, what? This thing is in Ghana.
Yeah.
So the kids, we all wanted that lifestyle. So we were all on one plate, one page. And I said, for me, it was like, some people say, oh, you go later and then, yeah. I said, either we go together
or we don't
go.
we don't go together.
We had that here even from family, take advantage, take opportunities away from the children. We have a different mindset to these things. And they said, no, we're not taking any opportunities. If you ask them, they're okay. When you ask my sons, they were working online and everything due to that because he taught them very well. They say, I never had so much freedom in my life. One of my sons said he didn't know what to do with his life in the UK. There's so many opportunities there for him, you see. But he said here he was able to focus. And he's so happy now. And he said, I'm so happy I came here, had time to focus. He's 20.
Kofi.
He had time to focus and everything, and he never regretted to come here.
So tell me if I am wrong. I'm coming in with 2 kids, right? And one of the things that made it difficult for us is, am I taking this, UK education? Because there are a lot of people from Ghana who wants to go to UK and educate their kids. So my defense mechanism and my plan was, okay, I'm building businesses over here. When I was going to UK, when I was also 22 years, going to 23, I didn't have any background. I didn't have any sort of capital. So if I'm able to give them handover, well, build this business with them, I'm not going to give it to them. I'm going to try and build it with them. And then I say, this business is there. You didn't go to college in UK. You didn't go to university in UK. But if you want to go, then you can go, but you still have this here. Am I wrong by saying that? Because to me, I think the formal education doesn't do us justice. So for me, I want to give them the street wisdom. Is this something that you are doing?
That's what I've been doing. I mean, if you look at the kids, Duke was the only one who went to uni. Naomi started. I told her it's not for you, because Naomi's a creative person. So, I knew, I feel this creative entrepreneur. Naomi, we used to work together. We'll be listening to music, hip hop, and working together. She took a gap year, and then a time came she wanted to go to uni. And one day I called her. She had a hostel, everything, University of Staffordshire, Stoke. I called her, and she called me, and she was not. Her voice on the other side of the phone, and were like sad. And I said, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "The uni, she thinks it's not the right thing to do." And I said, "Come home." I said, "You are not the first person to stop." I said, I said, "No. Look at all these big entrepreneurs." I said, "They stopped school, but they didn't stop education."
Education, yeah.
That's the biggest mistake people make, and that's what Jim Rohn said. Jim Rohn said, "Formal education will earn you a living, but informal education will make you a fortune." And that is true. People say, "Oh, Mark Zuckerberg, they stopped uni." No, they didn't stop education. They stopped formal education. But they didn't stop informal education. When I got this understanding, I could have done masters, PhD. I stopped everything. I invested money seriously into people who are having the results I wanted. A lot of all my mentors are multi-millionaires. Back in the UK, 2019, I was the only person from the UK. We were 10 people who were invited to a digital mastermind in the US, Boise, Idaho, by a company called ClickFunnels. They make over 100 million a year. And I was the only person from the UK, the only black. And then one of the founders said, the CEO at the time, he said, "We want to see America, they say people of color. We want to see more people of color." Because normally in that space, you don't see our people. We are focused like the degrees. Even now, companies, a lot of big companies, they don't look at degrees when they're employing people. So we need that mindset change. So that's why I don't force the children to go to university. Like, if you don't go to university, no. Look, I tell them to leverage the power of the internet to transform their lives. The internet gives you all the freedom you need in the world. It gives you time freedom, it gives you location freedom, it gives you financial freedom. You can create all these things with the internet. And when we moved, that's when people saw that, oh wow, this guy, the things that he's been preaching. Because we've been here, 8 of us. I mean, you can't
You're physically here, but you're not really here business-wise.
Yeah. So for us, it was, people were doing containers and stuff. We just take my laptop,
and you're gone.
The money is
that's my container. And the investment I've made in myself over the years. I buy course. Every time I had money in the UK, I'll spend a percentage in investing in knowledge. Because one of my core principles is Hosea 4:6. I say, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." Never say my people perish for lack of money. So knowledge is, like the video I did yesterday, I talked about taking responsibility of your life, and after that, seek knowledge. And so I always say that when if they were to take, because when you are coming from outside, the containers, you pay custom at the port and stuff. I put all that in my head.
So they couldn't charge you.
So they couldn't charge you. So
that's really good.
So that's why I'm able to live here
Yeah.
and still make the same amount or even more than I was making in the UK.
So, I'll be asking you about how you feel about being away from your extended family, your mom, in Germany, and but before that, so I'm thinking 2 kids. How am I going to pay for their fees, and how am I going to hospital bills, and that you've got, a family of you've got 6 here. How are you surviving?
Okay, that's okay. In terms of like let's say living cost here in Ghana, and like if we are able to do it like a big family like us, I mean we do more groceries, we do everything more. So in terms of school, the thing is when people move from outside, it's I always say the mindset. It's the lifestyle you choose. In Ghana you can have everything here. You can live the Western life here, but that life comes with a price. There are schools here you can. If you go to Accra, then that's next level. That's Accra. If you go there, So there are schools there that you pay a lot of money and stuff. But for me, the reason why the kids are going to school is not even the education there, because I can give them the same thing. We used
Socialization.
to homeschool then as well.
Yeah, we used to. We had a youth digital academy where we were training young ones and the young ones who started their own online businesses. Yeah, so we had even students from Ghana who were paying pounds for us to train them, and this is something we will be doing with time. So it's not the education alone, because sometimes if you look at what they learn, we were sitting here yesterday looking at Lilia's DS2, some of the assignments, like name the.
I mean, she's in SH2 now. It's like senior high school.
No, Lilia is JHS2.
Yeah.
And like, what are the advantages and disadvantages of Susu box?
Really?
Yeah.
It's an assignment. It's an assignment.
It's an assignment.
Advantages of disadvantages of a Susu box.
Susu box or
5
money
of them.
box. Yeah, piggy bank.
Yeah. I had to look it up on Google. I said, what is a Susu box? Let me check. I said, piggy bank. I said, are you serious?
And the options, the answers were there.
And the answers were there.
One was
like disadvantages, limited content, because you can only put as much money in there as the container contains.
Someone can steal it.
Somebody can steal it. You can lose it.
But do you think this is the formal education's attempt to start doing financial education? Do you think?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Is that what they are trying to do?
Probably, but it's not only that example. For example, I look at the exam papers, and I'm always first the ICT, because I'm an IT guy. So I look at the ICT, and one of the questions, I think the first one was draw a mouse and label it. And I said,
the classic.
This is Lilia is 13 years, and I mean, she's a digital artist. She does animation. I mean, she is next level. We even pay her to do work for us. If you see her artwork, she has got an own YouTube channel now where she showcases her work.
Okay.
So she is, when it comes to digital stuff, she's very proficient. So for her, I mean, just to say draw a mouse and label it. I mean, these are some of the things. So the education, you won't get it. It's not even only in Ghana here. Even the UK and stuff, there were a lot of the stuff like literature for them. We're talking about Macbeth, and I mean, what is Macbeth going to do for you in life?
In this century.
I mean, this century, that's the problem. We had agricultural age, we had industrial age, and now we have the digital age, information age, and the rules are different in every age. So now, a lot of the information, like the books and stuff, they are still from the industrial age, and they are trying to apply that in the digital age, and it won't work. That's why a lot of the kids now, even in UK, they're not going to uni. Some have started like online apprenticeship and stuff, digital marketing. There's never been a time in history where you can live anywhere just with your internet access and your skill set and start making money.
Yeah.
Even if you don't run business, you can live here, work for a company in the UK. Remote companies are, COVID taught us. We should not forget the opportunities that came through COVID. You see, restaurants, all of a sudden, people were takeaway. The restaurants were not doing that before. You see, so I think we have to rethink. And that's why I created my channel, is to bring up some of these things, because we are doing a disservice to the youth. Look at the amount of money parents are paying, the hostel fees, university and stuff, and they finish and then they don't get jobs. And then who to blame? The government. So that's what I'm saying. It's not. So when they tell me, I always say good, but the subjects you chose, the government didn't choose that subject for you. Take responsibility. You chose those subjects, and the problem is also the entitlement. Like once they finish uni,
I think
yes,
they should be
yes, people don't learn anything.
aside class.
Like I finished the university, so I have the degree. I have to. But these days you have to multiple skills. You have to learn, keep learning. I learn. That's my advantage.
So I guess most of the whole family are working online.
We work online. We are a family of data entrepreneurs. We even Alicia, the little one, we have built Alicia business for her.
Okay.
So that's the legacy I want to leave them. I mean, you can give them millions, thousands.
So what I'm deducing from you is just allow them through the education just for going.
Yes.
And then
Is that for social skills?
For social skills.
Meeting people.
That's very important. For social skills. And then, for example, now they have their 3 classes. These are yes. So some of the services are fine, but not all of them. And then even we have a good friend who took the kids from they were at a very good school. All 3 kids took them out because she was not happy with the kind of the education. And a lot of time the parents, we are so busy, we think our job is you pay for the fees and then but I'm not like that. My plan is watch the kid. I mean, you have to identify at an early age what they want to do. Alicia and Lilia, they are creative people. So for example, once they finish GHS, I'm not going to run through all the SHS, then you go to I'm going to find a fashion school for them.
Okay.
I'm going to get somebody, pay the person to come and train them, and then they will start building their own fashion brand online. Yeah. And they can, because all these things that, like this place that we'll be building there, but the whole down is going to be business. We'll have like tailors and seamstresses there, industrial machines, and they'll print it, and then you just sell them outside. Because majority, like mostly, the busy people import stuff here. We want to do the other way around.
Okay, yeah.
My point is,
and I guess the country needs that really.
Yeah, we can't be always dollars. No, I want
dollars
to earn dollars here.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend the dollars. I want to bring the dollars here, and it is possible. There are lots of stuff that you can sell here. Even precursor, people are selling precursor on Etsy.
Yes.
Go to Etsy and see precursor. Shea butter,
everything.
Butter, there are so many things. It's the packaging, adding value to it, and then logistics and selling online.
I think
it's doable. Let me say that, because
I think with time,
a lot of the departmental shops, you go to, let me see, like the everyday essential shops like nightwears, and then you go to Primark, and then next, and then made in Bangladesh, made in this, made in that. So it could be made in Ghana.
Thank you. Before they were hiding it.
Yeah.
Before you could never see made in Bangladesh.
Yeah, but now.
But they were forced. They had to declare the source.
Yeah.
So why not made in Ghana?
Yeah. So it's
so
very
why not made in
doable.
Ghana? If you go on Etsy, type in Ghana basket. You see that those Moses basket, those from Upper West. Yes, you see them a lot. Someone said $80, $100, $120 and stuff. You see, so it's very, very important. We have to change that. Not always importing, and then getting the dollar to shoot and stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't we sit down and say, okay, what can we also export from here? So that's what we should focus on. We should look at the stuff and ask us, how can we add value to this?
Value.
And also sell them online. Marketplace like Amazon or your own e-commerce platform. You see, so you can, so the opportunity, these are some of the things that I see that maybe people can see. You know, that's why when people are saying it's tough, yes, but I don't think like I live local, but I don't think local. I think global. Because we are all global citizens now because of the internet. With a mouse click, you are in China. Mouse click, you are in the US.
So, Ella, how come you were able or you were easily convinced to come with Mr. Nemo to come and stay in Ghana? And don't you miss your family?
I mean, when I came to UK, I also was not with my family. Like my family was with his family, his sister is in the UK and everything. But I was with my family, my parents, for example. It's not that I don't miss them also, but I have a way with it, you know. I was able to visit them once a year. Obviously, because of COVID, I couldn't. But yeah, this is just how I am, really. I can't just go somewhere. I like challenges. I like new things. I'm very open for stuff, you see. Obviously, I had my plan. I graduated in biomedical science. I wanted to do my master's. I wanted to study teaching engineering because I wanted to go into research, you see. And regenerative medicine is what I wanted to do. It was my dream. So when I went into the master's class, I was so happy. But then COVID came, we did everything online, Zoom meetings and everything. This is really a course where you need to be in a lab. And I was so disappointed, you see. So after 6 weeks into the course, I was like, this is not how I want to. I want to have the whole experience. I want to go to uni, I want to go to library, I want to see people, I want to be in a lab, I want to, you know, learn like practically and stuff like this. And then I said to my mentor, I said, sorry, I can't do this anymore. So from then when I cut this string, then I was open. I said, you know what, there's so many things I can do in Ghana. Because I'm very, very much into natural remedies, herbal. I'm doing a holistic therapist course and everything. There's so many resources here, see? And shea butter, when you go to the body shop in the UK, they have shea butter from Ghana in their products, you see? Or tea tree and everything. Even my research project, my last year was about tea tree and peppermint tree finding candidas. So it's a fungi form which can be very dangerous in your body if it overwhelms the body. So this was my final project. So I always like to go into natural things and everything. I like drinking teas when I have stomach ache. I drink chamomile tea and all these kind of things. I say, okay, if I can have this, I can do the agenda I had there. Let me try something totally different, you see. So yeah, this is where I'm going. At the moment, obviously, I need to earn money. I do the online stuff, but on the side, I'm doing my courses. I'm going to meet a herbal doctor who is very privileged here and everything. He's a very good doctor. I'm going to learn from him and everything. So you need a plan. You can't just go there and say, I see what happens. So you need a plan because I'm a person, I have to have a focus point where I'm working to. This is what I'm going to do. So my goal is to make natural remedies myself with a lab and everything. Just maybe we got all the space so I can do this all from here, and then learn from people from here. There's a plant research center near Agyei, for example. They only do this kind of stuff, so I want to go and visit. And I tried to contact them, but unfortunately, like the faraway contact didn't work. So I will go to the doorstep and talk to them how they do things. So you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. I can't just go with your husband. You see, I'm not this kind of person. Other people are different, but I need a plan for myself. So we were sitting down together. See, this happened. I can't do the masters because of this. This is not the way I want it to do. On the other side, they wanted the whole £9,000 a month. I said, I'm not doing it, so sorry. So I went out and said, what am I going to do in Ghana? So we're sitting together as a family, you see, and then we were brainstorming. I said, but you are also very interested in natural things, you see. And in Ghana, there's so much of it. So why don't you go in this direction? I said, yeah, actually, I never thought in this kind of way, do like something big with it because I was going more into like research and everything. I say, yeah, let me go in this direction. So you need a direction what you want to do here. Or I have to get inspired or something. I don't know. But for me, I need to have a plan. It was with everything really. So this is the plan for me. And yeah, it's gonna work.
And one of the things that was also stopping me from coming was health. Having the thought that if something happened right now and I called the ambulance, it might not be here as fast as it will be in the West. How are you dealing with that? Have you thought about that, and how are you dealing with that?
That's I mean, I did a video, I think, before we came, over 2 years, and it was on a different. I had a UK Ghana channel, and I just put it on UK Ghana one day. And the thing was, because I read in the comment, like when I like so my friends, when I told them that we want to move, and you know, sometimes the feedback and the blah, and then the health, and people will be. So the video was, what is holding us back from moving back home? One thing is health. So let's say the ambulance one. Now UK, before you can call an ambulance, I mean, look at the hours.
You have to call 111 first, and then
One of the stroke.
Yeah, but
This was the first.
Even that was not even when this crisis came. That was when the normal. But even somebody with a stroke, it took 2 hours for the ambulance to come.
Wow. The stroke.
Okay.
Yeah, with a massive stroke, 2 hours for the ambulance to arrive. You see, and now that they have this crisis going on, it's even longer. So what with the health thing? I came here, like I had malaria once, but none of them.
They didn't have it.
So I went to, but we went there. The doctor was an old boy. I went to Pukware. The time that he had for me, the care that I received. You see, they had the pharmacy also there. So the doctor, the lab, they did a full check.
Sometimes in UK you need to go to your doctor, then you have to wait for weeks to get the X-ray, then you have to wait for days to get the result. You know, sometimes you don't even get the result.
I was so impressed.
Was it a private hospital? Okay.
Private. And it was not like expensive. I mean, that visit I paid 230 or something.
That's not bad.
And the X-ray, the X-ray was at a different place. So they give you, they refer you to the X-ray place. And I paid, that was 130, the X-ray. But then they give you, they put everything in a very packaged, nice.
Give you the pictures.
They report everything. And I was saying, wow. It's not even, you don't have to even break the bank to get a treatment. And they give me the pharmacy was also there. First the lab. First you go on the scale, they check everything, take your blood pressure. Before you can see the doctor, you go to the lab. The lab guy will take the blood and check full blood, everything before you go to see the doctor. For the doctor, prescribe everything, the pharmacist also there. So by the time you come, you have everything. Check, you have the confidence, everything is fine.
Like a holistic
Yeah.
care.
I was so impressed. Even in the UK, I've not even had that. No.
Okay.
The second one, recently, I went to see the dentist. You know, these are some of the things that when you're coming, you're like, me, I don't like dentists at all. Even if I see them on TV, I just switch the TV off because of some trauma I had for some years. Yeah, so we went to the dentist, and he was about to Kofi. I went there with Kofi. So Kofi, they had to pull Kofi's teeth, and he my brother was sitting there with Kofi, and the dentist said, "Oh, sit there." He was in the UK too. He was in Manchester, and he's been here again. I think he's the boss of the Confanoche, the hospital, the dental side. And he has his own private clinic as well. So he said, "Oh, stay here, stay with." I said, "No, doc, I can't stay here. I'm going when you finish." 5 minutes he was done with Kofi.
Yeah.
And I came, and the way, I mean, the care and everything. I was telling my wife, I mean, so
Very impressive.
everything is here. Like when you go to private, yes, you have to pay, but you don't break the bank. And then secondly, for example, the what I love here is also the herbal side, the plant. So I have one doctor. I'll interview him, Dr. Entry. That man is so knowledgeable. When I'm him on the phone, I feel like recording like everything.
More of prevention.
More prevention. Then even if it happens, the kind of plants to use. Herbal medicine. He is extremely good. He will tell me some plants. You know this kosusa. We used to eat, but he told me even the leaves, what you can use the leaves for.
Yeah.
About this akukobesa. The leaves and so many things. And I said, Doc, I need to interview you on our channel so that you can be a blessing to other people. You see, so in terms of even if you go to even Accra, the diaspora, the centers that some of them have built, doctors, even by mobile doctors and stuff, people are solving those problems. The fears that we had, people are solving those problems. You see, so for me, in terms of health, what I've received here, I'm very, 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 very happy. I'm very, very, very happy. There's no cause for alarm. There is no cause for alarm. They've got the experts here. They've got everything here. And the good thing is that you have the plant, the herbal side.
That's an alternative.
The alternative medicine.
This doesn't work.
Yes. They have for diabetes. The doctor told me everything. They've got everything here.
So we've seen a lot of people come in and they couldn't survive. In your opinion, what sort of mindset does one need to have to be able to get a dream that you are living?
That's a good one. And I think you made a comment on, I think that's where we cross paths online on a video.
Kojos.
And you made a comment and I also added something to it. And my thing is, if the locals with such low salaries, you remember that thing, look at their pay. If people low, if they can make it here, then you have to figure out. I always say, look at what the locals do. If you really want to live here long term, you know, when you come here, sometimes the first few months, like holidays, you think you are still in holidays, and then there. But if you really want to live long term, look at what the locals do. You know, for example, let's say I was in Ghana. I was in Accra recently. We came on Monday. We went to Melcom. They have this Melcom in like Tesco Express. This one. We went in and I was just smiling like, you think you are not in Ghana. Back in like 30 years ago, all these things were not here. Everything, every drink, every wine, everything is there. You just pick it, you go to the till, you pick, just like you're in the UK. You don't even realize you are in Ghana. Long, there was no shopping mall or all these things. No. You see? So you can have that Western lifestyle here. That's the thing.
And if you can afford it.
There are three types of lifestyle you can have here. You can have the pure Western lifestyle. If you want the pure Western, if you want to go the cheese way, you go cheese way.
I miss cheese.
If you want to go the cheese way, salami way, you can have everything here. They have everything. It comes at a cost.
Yeah, I mean, what the yogurts and
yogurt and
you know.
they have everything here. Pizza, you can have everything. You can have this, and then you have the local one where you have the gobe, the wachi. Look at locals. What they in the morning they will go for kinky. Like we had.
I've seen you eat a lot of local food.
Yesterday we had a deal who
2 times.
We had the 4,000 subscribers. Let's get some deal because of you know and 10 cities deal who. If I buy 10 cities deal for you, Mike, you won't even finish.
True.
You know, and you see Kumasi to lifestyle. It's not like in Accra.
It's organic. It's healthy.
Organic. Even this the leaves. Pure organic. You see, so you can have that lifestyle too, or you can have a combination of both. A bit of local, a bit of yes. For me, my morning coffee. I don't joke. We don't joke with coffee. So coffee must have the milk, and milk is, I mean, ideal milk now, it's like 18 cities, the big one. The small one's 8 cities. But if you're on a salary of 500 cities a month, how can you afford all these things? That's why, look at what they do. You see, so we have like, the thing is, my neighbor was even saying, hey, your children, they are good. They eat all local food. I said, they were eating them back in the UK. They say, oh, sir. Yeah. They think they learn. No. I mean, we've been cooking them, even watching and everything.
Yes, even better. I mean, UK, obviously, Daddy cooked a lot of Ghana food and everything. But here, you just go down the road.
You saw Duke.
Yeah.
You just
Went and got his.
I think he go fufu.
Yeah.
Duke a fufu.
Yes, everything is there. Jollof, fried rice, gobi, wache.
Everything.
Instead of going for KFC.
Yeah, we can.
It's actually better and cheaper.
And
when we go out,
so people say, oh, the convenience. Maybe they want McDonald's convenience. I said, for me, the convenience is being able to walk there and get gobe. Because UK, I mean, where would you?
In your dreams.
You know, so like the cost of living, it's your lifestyle. We don't have a car. I've been driving the UK and Germany all the time, but when we moved, for me, it's always a matter of, do I need this or do I want this? I always do. There's a need and a want. Is a car a need for us? No, because we work from home.
Yeah.
If I were to commute to work, then I would need a car. But I don't need a car because most of the time I work from home. And even in the UK, after when the kids are on holidays, most of the time my car will be at home.
Yeah.
Except grocery shopping or we go to park. So I don't drive that much. And now coming back home, driving here, I don't fancy it at all. I mean, it's before we left. I mean, there was no Aboboya and all this. They were crossing you, and I mean, the streets are too busy. So if I don't have to drive, and I think driving is something that you should enjoy, and I don't enjoy. I mean, it's just too much. That's why I thank God I work from home and I don't have to commit in the traffic and like Accra. No, I don't have to. So we don't have a car here, and if you don't have a car, we cut a lot of cost.
The children's school is just
the school is here.
walk away.
So we've designed everything.
Them up soon.
We've designed everything to be the walking distance.
Yeah.
The school is here, the gym is here, the food, everything is there. You know, so
and these days the ride share, the Bolt and the Ubers are even
thank
with them.
you.
Yeah.
Bolt. If my neighbor has a taxi,
Exactly. Yeah.
so if we are going
If you plan
anywhere,
as a family outgoing, for example, you want to go out to eat or to have drinks or whatever, he's going to tell them that he needs 2 taxis. They're going to pick us up.
they pick it up. I have like 1,000 telephone numbers for taxis and Uber guys.
So briefly, what are some of the financial strategies you would tell me to put in place, or anybody watching who wants to come and sit in a place like this where they have the weather, where they, what are some of the financial strategies we need to?
A lot of these nice buildings have been built by the diasporans.
Oh yeah.
But they cannot come in.
But they cannot come in because
thank you.
they don't have the income to sustain.
Thank you.
So the most they'll live in is a month.
Thank you.
Then they go back.
Thank you. That is exactly as if we've discussed this thing. What we did was, and what has helped us is we built the business before we moved. And the thing is, a lot of people come to Ghana with savings. They come with savings, and they're like, let's go. Let me see. When we go, and I'll find something to do. That's a recipe for disaster. Because remember, whilst you're in the UK, you were not a business person. You're not an entrepreneur. It takes a mindset. You have to change your mindset. And now you are coming to a different place where you've not lived for a very long time. Maybe you come on holidays 3-4 weeks and you go back. And now you want to start a business. You have to know the terrain before. So it takes time. You can do that, but it takes time. So whilst you want to start a business, you are spending the money. You are spending the savings. You are spending the savings. By the time you realize
Everything is gone.
the savings It's
Because you have to rent.
yeah.
You have to rent a place.
If-
If you don't live with your family, like your mom is here, they bought a house. You see, like at the beginning. I mean, we had this, but at the beginning we had to build something for us to live here. So we lived at his mama's house. If you don't have this kind of support, and you have to rent a place, it's tough.
And even if let's say it's your own house, you built your own house and stuff. I always say that you can build a dream house here, but if you don't have the dream income to support it, you can't live here. You can't live here. So how do you build the income, the financial side? So one way is, why do you think people wait for the wait till pension? Because pension is a system. It's like a passive income. It comes in whether you work or you don't work. For me, I built my business 7 years even before coming.
Okay.
So whether I work now or I don't work now, the business produces income every month. You see? So that was, for example, I was thinking, okay, now let's say I get £1,000 in the UK, or getting £1,000 in Ghana, which is better?
In Ghana, because of the exchange.
UK £1,000,
Like spending it in UK and spending it here.
Yes.
You are better off here.
1,000 times better off.
UK is nothing.
So here, but
electric
it is
bill,
here,
everything.
it is something. So what I always advise people is build. The thing is, our incomes are location dependent.
Okay.
Like in the UK before we move. So build a location independent income before you move, and that is have an online business. Now, let me see, where do I start online? Let me give a small thing. We all have some form of online two things. Either you go into selling physical products or selling digital products, or you can, they call it SaaS, software as a service.
Okay.
Maybe you have an idea for a software, maybe for doing something, then you do monthly subscription and stuff. These are all ideas. We all have our expertise in some ways. No one is empty. And the thing is identifying what you have in you and packaging it and selling it. It can be a digital product. It can be an ebook. It can be a course. You can do online coaching. There are so many ways you can. You don't even have to sell physical products.
Even cooking videos.
Cooking videos, yes. And even the easiest is YouTube.
Gardening.
You don't have to be even on camera. You can do voiceovers. You know, Korewa. Yeah, you don't see a face. Look at Sweet Agyei. Over 1 million subscribers. No one even knows the face. It's when we went to YouTube festival in Accra, and we had a video with her. People say, "Oh, that's how she looks like. She's pretty and stuff." You know, so you can start YouTube even without putting your face out there. Just give the content, add value, and you can impact people. So build digital assets before you move. And those assets that you build in the beginning, don't look at making money. You are building a system.
Helping people.
Beginning, don't think of any business you start, don't think of making money. When I'm starting business, I don't even look at the money or the sales at the beginning, because it's long term. It's a system I'm building. So start an online business. There are so many ways to you can pick from a data product side or a physical product side. But when that will give you freedom. Even if you move, by the time you come, let's say your business is bringing you $300 a month in Ghana,
You are better
and,
off.
you are better off. You are better off.
And if you're in Ghana and you're earning that much,
I mean, it can take care of groceries.
Groceries, yeah.
You know, and then the thing is how far you can go depends on you. Like a German motorway, you can just.
Yeah.
BBC did a documentary about social media money in Ghana or in Africa. They interviewed Kojo Sheldon.
Okay.
They interviewed Santiwa, TikTok,
Nanash. Yeah. Santua, yeah.
and one guy. And then they showed how much they were earning and stuff. Like Kojo Sheldon, I mean, you go to Social Blade, you have all the stats there. Between $10,000 and $14,000 here in Ghana. And he was saying in the beginning when he saw $100 and the $1,000, he said, whoa. And then it was increasing. So he puts in the work. and he gets the result. And he's here in Ghana. The money he makes, you in abroad, you won't even. So this is not where you live. It's the skill set you have, and then leveraging the internet. So the financial thing, don't move before and bring the savings and start thinking. That's too late.
Yeah.
That's too late. But before you come, start now.
And build something.
You are sowing something. You are like a farmer. Sow it, and the harvest time will also come. You see? So the financial side, your lifestyle here. Don't come in the beginning, like switch from coming on holidays to living here. Look at the locals. If the locals can live on such small amounts, then it is
low as 300.
as low as then it's possible. Look at what they do differently, and then learn from them. You see, and also in terms of business, find something and do online. You can start with affiliate marketing. You don't even have to create your own product. Sell other people's products and get commission. That's what people have built 6 figures income, affiliate marketing.
The kids, I say kids, but what you mean? What I mean, they are not really kids. Your children, how are they? Are they missing friends? How are they coping? With lights out sometimes lack of water. We know how Ghana is. How are they?
You don't have lack of water. You got the well.
Yeah, now we have the borehole. When we came the beginning, we had the good thing about them is they are really down to earth. It's like how you raise them too.
They're not fun.
It's how you raise them. It's not like, some people, they are from Europe, so we have no. If you put, and when we came, we just recently had beds.
Yeah,
we were sleeping on the mattress, all of them.
I didn't care. I want to sleep in my house.
As long as you have your house. So, and the water was fine when we came. After, I think 1 month. Hey, almost 1 month again without any water.
But then the community is very good. The neighbors are very good. They are very supportive. See? So one lady, she was able to fetch water for us from a well, and she was carrying it for us.
My neighbor's house.
So we can have a bath. So we had these barrels. We filled our barrels up and everything after some time, obviously.
So are they feeling at home?
Oh yeah. Oh, they I mean, if you were to talk to them, they are really at peace here. They are really at peace here. The good thing is that UK, you don't have that space. Like, all of them, like 3, 4, like in one room, the boys. But now they all have their rooms en suite. Nice. Everything was done brand new for them. You go to their rooms, it's like you enter a hotel. You see, so if you are able to give them, it doesn't matter where they are, if you are able to give them the lifestyle that they want, they will feel at home. Yes.
So just finally, you've got stuff online. Can you let us know your social handles so that people can get in touch?
So on Facebook, just Douglas Nemo, and Instagram to Douglas Nemo, and then YouTube or email. The best thing is to reach me by email. Email at douglasnemo.com. So it's email at douglasnemo.com. And I have a website to douglasnemo.com.
What about Family by Nature?
Family by Nature is if you want to see the family side, wifey and myself eating dehu and stuff, and cooking and
enjoying.
And showing
This is more like family.
We do family stuff just to show the cost of living here and stuff. So go to Family by Nature. That's where you see all these things. So you can, hit me up on all these places.
Yeah. You know what? Whatever you do and whatever you put on social media, it helps people. Gone are the days where we thought it was just being vain. It was just being showing off and telling people, what. It took me a long time for me to realize that it makes an impact. And as
on our way to Mexico to go and shop. That was when we watched Koriwa's video. And we always wanted to come. It was at the back of our mind, but we realized that it is possible because you learn from people's mistakes and people's success. So thank you very much for doing this with me. And Mom, thank you too for having it. Yeah, thank you very much. And this is not going to be the first time you are seeing me here.
We learned so much from our conversation with Mr. and Mrs. Nemo, and I hope you did too. If so, please give this video a like. Please subscribe to Family by Nature and this channel to come on our journeys of experience. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.